Hey folks, going to be showing off a little bit of Guild Wars 2. My Norn Guardian here, Toegoff. Toegoff the Fantastic. Look at him. Oh, look at him. He looks badass. Look at that. Rawr. Don't like the helm though. The helm just not so much. But Toegoff himself looks pretty badass. I was going to just show off a little bit of the storyline questing here. I'm not really sure what to expect. Obviously, there may be a spoiler or something here. Again, I'm not really sure what to expect on this one. In essence, what's happened is the undead have invaded Claw Island, which is right off of Lion's Arch. We somewhat repelled the attack, but not really. They've overtaken Claw Island. They're looking to hit Lion's Arch. I've gathered, friends, colleagues, etc., and looks like we are going to rock out. United we stand. You obviously may not know some of the names or faces or anything like that, but, well, I want to give an example of what a, higher level storyline quest is. I am currently level 66, yes, and this is a 59 quest, but as you can see, it does scale me down to 59, so that there's always somewhat of a danger, somewhat of a challenge. And it looks like...
I see Gix stumbled out of his library, and the preceptor crawled out of her hole.
I see you're not letting rationality get in the way of your ignorance, Elmora. How predictable.
Who are you calling ignorant, you twitchy little bookworm?
Wonderful. I see we're off to a running start. The Order of Whispers needs allies, not infants.
There we go.
Enough bickering, all of you. Our real enemy lurks across the waves. Zaitan's servants march at the gates of Lion's Arch. We must band together, or we will all be destroyed.
When I joined my order, I swore to fight Zaitan. I will die for Tyria if I must. However, I believe that together we can win. The Vigil has shown tremendous courage in the fight against the dragons. This alliance will require courage as well. Why back down now? The Order of Whispers has seen nations rise and fall. You cannot hide from this threat. You need to make a stand. And who knows more about the dragons than the Priory? Just think of how much there is to learn. Where else but in Ore?
By the worlds of eternal alchemy, you're bold. But you're correct. Knowledge is useless if it is not used. We shall aid you.
I'm a member of the Priory, by the way.
The Order of Whispers has worked for generations to bring nations together. We can do no less now. Our blades are yours.
The Vigil fears nothing, not even ill-tempered, undisciplined louts like these two. We'll join, but I insist there's a decent hierarchy. Who will lead this compact?
Logic dictates that it cannot be a member of any of our orders, lest one be seen as above the other two. Quite a conundrum.
I've already considered that. Traherne, you've never joined an order, yet they all respect you. You've studied Ore all your life. Will you lead us?
Okay.
I never wanted to be a soldier. I'm only a seeker of truth. But, yes, I will lead this pack to the gates of Ara, and together, we will see Zaitan destroyed. First, to Claw Island. Let us send our defiant message straight into the heart of Ore. Tyria stands as one.
Cool. So, I mean, that's really nothing. It's more or less just a talkie. Some of the instance things are like that. They're just talk stuff. Giving you a better grasp of the story and letting you know that, hey, your next encounter is probably going to be pretty big. Pretty important. So, cheers. So let us retake Claw Island. I can show you a little bit of the world map as I've explored it so far. You can kind of see some of my explorations. I've also been pretty busy with crafting. So I'm a 220 armor smith, 235 jeweler, and I need to build that a lot more, but I'm working on it. Let's do it! Retribution. For those unfamiliar, Lion's Arch is kind of the big capital city. They've taken Claw Island, which is kind of the really waypoint into Lion's Arch. The undead, anyway. So, we stand against them. Hello, Tegwin. How are you? This is another one of our allies.
Act with wisdom.
I'm ready. Uh-oh. Attend the strategy meeting up on deck. That sounds like battle up on deck, not so much strategy meeting. Oh. Nope, just wind.
Beauty truly is the first thing to die. But I'm a romantic. Forgive me.
Romance is a waste of time, Preceptor. Keep your mind on the work.
I thought I was.
Our company is complete. Now that we're assembled,
Love being a Norn.
begin the briefing.
You're so much bigger than everyone.
Marshal Traherne, sir. I'm Efoot, liaison for the Vigil troops. The Lion Guard are clearing some road, but the inner courtyard gate is blocked.
She ran into a window.
My Priory explorers brought a biomantic siege capacitor, Marshal. Our top mystics have been working on it for some time. It could be useful.
I've heard of that device. Whisper's agent stole a copy of the blueprints, but we couldn't figure out your bizarre telemetry. There's a working prototype?
Of course. Nothing's beyond the Priory's intelligence. Unfortunately, it's a portable model, so it lacks the power to blast through a fortified gate.
What if we amplified this capacitor in some way?
Clever. The signal towers use magical panels to increase brightness. If we reversed the panel's direction and adjusted the enchantment, we could amplify the beam.
It's improvised, off the cuff, and madcap. But you know, it just might work. Still, there are far too many undead between here and the signal tower.
Time to cut a path.
Leave that part to me. The Vigil may not understand your boo-boo-matic wheeze calculus, but we know plenty about killing undead.
Then we have a plan. Commander Efoot, move out. Your crusaders can guide the way.
Oh!
Agent Zod, get that Priory device up to the signal tower and get it working. We need that barricade down.
Is this what I think it is? How did you compress all those
And my shield. Yes, it's a giant leaf.
in? I'm on my way, Preceptor.
Some little burning flames. Yeah. Oh god, they're hurting badly. Unfortunately, the way I've kind of built my character is a significant amount of defense, although it may not look it now. You know, his whole job is kind of survive, and the reason I did that was mostly for the dungeons. I wanted to kind of be that character that held off, you know, it would disrupt enemies, and, you know, you break them apart, you try and... there's no trinity in this game. There is no tank, healer, DPS, but there kind of is. There's no real dedicated healer. Healing is almost the tank's job, really, from what I've seen. So I've kind of... You kind of get two roles because there's no taunting or anything. So it is a little bit different. Your job is kind of to just disrupt the enemy as much as possible. Obviously, this has some implications in that your damage is generally fairly low. Ow. But your survival is high. Ow! So I'm not too worried about killing that grub. I'd rather get my ally up here. And oh, okay. Oh, Black Lion chest. Black Lion chests contain, you know, different random good loots. But they require a Black Lion key to unlock. Those can either be purchased for real money, or they can be found, but they are pretty rare. Generally, your best bet on them is if you find one, you hope to get lucky, because Black Lion keys can be contained within the chest. I mean, I've gotten lucky at times, and I've gotten 5, 6 chests open, and, you know, that's kind of rare, though. I'll show off my two-hander a little bit. Actually, that's a veteran there. I'll show off bear mode. As a Norn, you get kind of animal transformations. And so what I've chosen, I really like the bear. Has a high life, really, really great for disrupting enemies. You get these at level 30, I believe. There actually is a pretty good amount of customization, even though, you know, with your weapons and everything like that, the skills may seem kind of stale as you use the same ones. There actually really is a lot in terms of the way you can customize your abilities. The abilities that I've run, I'm running my dungeon set right now, but giving you an idea, Healing Breeze heals enemies in a cone, or rather heals allies in a cone in front of me. Pretty useful just for keeping people alive. I guess we're going to take that down too. So I really like it on just kind of backing off a little bit. Stand your ground, another one, it increases the defense of everyone around me, and it heals them. This Bow of Truth, I just started running that last night, and I really like it. It kind of removes conditions. So you'll get poisons or cripples or things like that. It'll remove that. You also then have the choice to use it. Once you use it, it basically rains down healing arrows on everybody. So everybody in the area gets healed, which is pretty nice. Purging Flame. I don't normally run this in dungeons. We were trying some stuff last night. Purging Flame just basically releases a big flame ring around you. And that's about it for that. The little symbol that you see that I'm kind of shooting down does heal and protect my allies that stand in it, along with burning enemies. You can see it there. Actually, does it burn enemies? Yes, it does, slightly. Damage 123 when it hits. I don't know if it actually burns them, though. I don't think it does. But really useful for buffing. This symbol of faith, you know, that's kind of your main thing when you're getting into a fight and you want to stand your ground. Kind of like this. The other ability here, Protector Strike, you create a shield around you that shields allies. When the enemy hits you, you basically do an AoE burst. Really, really helpful for just keeping your allies alive and then doing some AoE damage. This Shield of Judgment actually protects allies if you get in front of them, so it's great. As you're, you know, you can kind of back off. I'll do my healing spell and then run in, do the Shield of Judgment, and really, really helpful. And the Shield of Absorption, what this does is it knocks enemies back. It may not knock this guy back because he's a... Oh, he does. So it knocks everyone back in that area. Again, very, very helpful for disrupting enemies and disrupting movement. It can be great to run into a whole bunch of enemies, hit that shield. Alright, got some thralls coming. So what I'm going to do is back up here, drop everyone with this protection, which didn't really work because I think I was up a level. Kind of annoying. We'll run it. No, don't want to talk to you. So you can... Scumbag tank loots before the battle's over. Oh, I can also... I have my virtues here. I'm recording and I forgot to use them. They're all passive abilities until you use them. And then it's kind of like a big burst of something good. So, you know, for example, the one that I just did, the Purging Flames, I'm sorry, Virtue of Justice. That's what that is. Virtue of Justice, basically, oops. Oh, is this it? Oh, hey! Time to take it back. Cool. Always make sure you loot. Actually, because there can be... some great stuff. But these virtues, yeah. So this one, the passive effect is that my weapon has some flame on it. Does some flame damage. If I use it, it does a huge amount of flame damage and gives that to all of my allies, which is really cool. Virtue of Resolve gives me passive low regeneration of health. If I use it, heal myself and nearby allies. Not for a lot, but still it can be a lifesaver. And then this Virtue of Courage basically gives me a shield every 40 seconds. So every 40 seconds, I ignore an attack. If I activate it, then it gives me gives that to all of my allies.
Well done. We've secured the docks.
What about the courtyard, Marshal? That big dragon thing will be on us the minute we charge in there.
We need to retake the ramparts and deploy siege weapons. Then we can cover the sky while we clear the courtyard.
I can help there. Priory alchemists have crafted special ammunition to weaken champions like that one. We can force that monster to the ground.
Once you get it down, we'll get it dead. Put your trust in Vigil Steel.
Alright. Trust our steel. Risen Crate. Little Captain America shield. For a guy we're supposed to be escorting, you're not being escorted very well. Purging Flames. So a really big thing in this is debuffs and buffs and everything. I think that's going to be... You don't really have healers and anything like that. I mean, obviously you have healing skills and you have people, I mean... You can heal each other to a degree, but you don't really have someone who's dedicated for healing. Your dedication really always needs to be damage. Or debuffing or tanking, so to speak. Even the tanking, I'm not totally sure on it. It's more... I'm still trying to learn the game a little bit and learn what works. So far, tanking has seemed effective in just disrupting enemy combat and disrupting, you know, the way enemies go, and it can be nice to... I mean, I don't have a taunt ability, but I can still kind of pull enemies on me. You know, I mean, if that was an ally there, I could run in, bam, push them away, get in there, and, you know, give my ally some chance to get away, things like that. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate your help. I mean, really appreciate it. Alright, well, and this is another ability. That ring that I just did, a ring of warding, enemies can't cross it. Whether inside or out of it, they can't cross it. So you can actually ring it, and then I can do that banish where I launched a guy, and he actually can't do anything about that. He gets knocked around, and it's kind of cool. As you saw the backup, Zealot's Embrace allows me to shoot off a chain. Doesn't look all that useful at first, but for PvP, this is awesome. When people are trying to run, get them. It's really, really great. And then Mighty Blow is just an AoE. You know, so you could do... And then slam them.
I'll coordinate command from here. Go with Winnet and we take the siege points.
Do a little stand your ground. It's good for just giving a, you know, when you're starting off a charge, keep people kind of defended. I said, always a really, really good idea to check all the gear you can, because it can be, I mean, you can get some really, really good stuff just from common enemies. Plus, even crap, you can salvage it, you can take it apart, and when you take it apart, it allows you to, you know, gives you some of the components that you can use to, you know, hopefully work on stuff of your own. Alright, he's dead. Let's get this guy up. Alright, this rampart is ours. I see a bunch of thralls over there, which I don't like. Let's get this flesh wormies. You. Let's take this down here. And the storyline has been that it's this dragon that it basically took over a cursed, desecrated town, or lion or something like that. Oh, see? Like, look at that. A freaking amazing mace there. Oh my god. An incredible upgrade for me. Look at that. Nice! That's why you check everything. Alright, and the veteran. Veterans really aren't that bad. I tend to never have any issues with them, but again, my character is built very tanky. So I can, most of the time, the veterans, I can manage to out-heal myself. You know, I'll heal myself faster than they can hurt me. But again, it's just how you build your character. And the character builds, you can kind of see here, of what you put your traits into and what you use your skills for. So there's actually a pretty good amount. I know, knowledge is the greatest treasure, right? Give me you. Anybody want to help me get this guy awake? Maybe? No? You just want to look? No. Okay. Alright. So we've got that, and now we just need to take the last one. What's the easiest way? You know, we'll take the real way. And come on, you gotta go with a hammer at that point then. Leading the charge. That can also be useful to just kind of kite some enemies into it. Well, herd some enemies into an area. I see my allies are not too keen on helping. They've decided that they kind of just want to watch me work, I think. Thanks, allies. You have been oh, god damn it. Alright, so now I'm down now. What you can try and do is kill something. If you kill something, you get a rally and you get to stand back up. Similar to, like, Borderlands. So there. That's a rally. You come back with a little bit of health. I'm just going to use this right away. Get my health back up. Big thing that I would really suggest, I'm not really focusing too much now and really try-harding, so to speak. In dungeons, you want to do this a little bit more. You want to make sure that you can swap between weapons. Some classes can. Like the Guardians can, Warriors can. Actually, I think all of them except like the Elementalist or maybe the Necromancer can. Why this is so useful Oh, okay. Looks like we're going down. Is you really want to kind of have things that complement each other. I chose for my tanking my hammer and the mace. The mace obviously for just normal tanking, but the hammer is really helpful for is, you know, let's say I see someone getting attacked, you know, we're out of cooldowns there, I can kind of pump them away. You know, I can do my ring here and let the ally run away while I, you know, take them there, or if I see someone getting chased. Now, there's just a lot of good CC in the two-hand hammer. The two-hand sword tends to be a little bit more for AoE damage. It's got a better initiation because you can actually dive in on your enemy, which is really helpful. You dive in and, you know. But this is what I found most comfortable with me. There are two-hand stabs that you can use that'll help for healing abilities, support abilities, more like that. I tended not to really like that too much, although I very, very rarely play a support role in an MMO. This is even kind of odd for me, where the tank does kind of play a supporty role. Alright, bud. Come on. Let's hold the line, and let's go bear. Now you're in trouble. So the bear's ability are just the normal swipes. He's got a pounce, which knocks them back. He's got a charge, which is what I like to initiate with. He actually charges pretty far. It can be a great initiation for a boss fight. And a buff. Buffs everybody's power. One thing I would highly recommend for dungeons, which seems like you start doing it a little bit more, but you really want to make sure you're always using those elite abilities that you get, whatever it may be. Try not to just save it for boss fights, even just normal fights where you know, something might go wrong or something. You know, generally people won't mind waiting for a cooldown, but if you've got to run back or something, that can be really annoying. I've noticed, you know, originally that you know, people didn't like to kind of use these abilities too much, but the cooldown isn't really long at all. It's 240 seconds. So, you know, you're really not that long of a cooldown. And actually, before I res you, I want to loot. Alright. So that's the taking of Claw Island Siege. Into the courtyard.
Push back the risen horde.
Get this brute down. So I haven't really been trying to do too much either with dodging. You know, if you see an enemy attack coming, it does help to try and dodge out of the way. You get 2 dodges, basically. Again, can be very, very helpful. You really want to kind of get used to doing that, as that will be a real lifesaver in dungeons. The dungeons I found are not... Well, the story mode ones we have not had any real problems with, but the exploration mode is a totally new dungeon, by the way. It's not just redoing the story mode thing. It's a totally new objectives, new areas. You know, it is different. What I found, you know, it's not just like heroic mode or something. Oh, look, you turned into a bear too. Not just like heroic mode in some of the other MMOs, you know, like Old Republic or WoW. It's actually a totally different dungeon with totally different boss fights, and it's, I mean, they can be really challenging. You know, we had to call one the other night. It was just, part of it was a bug. That there were these graveling nests that we had to stop, and the only the only way you could really hurt them was with AoE. You couldn't actually hit them with your weapons. It always came up as miss, which was kind of frustrating. But, you know, regardless, we weren't able to do it. You had to defend... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You had to defend, the one dude while you tried to do it. I've been kind of clicking around down here just to give you an idea of when I'm using each attack, what I'm doing for them. Normally I have them set. So, you know, that's Q, that's E, my heal is R, Purging Flames I believe I have set on T.
Wait for the dragon to come around, then make a coordinated strike. On my order, wait for it.
I don't see a dragon. Where'd the dragon? Where's he at? There he is!
Fire!
Defeat Blightgast. Oh, here we go.
Calling for the dead to rise. Watch out for the plague bringer's poisonous breath.
God damn.
There are drops falling from its wings. Don't let them surround you.
Come on, assholes!
Watch out! It dropped poison. Stay away from it.
Smack your hand. Why? Alright, so
Watch out for the plague bringer's poisonous breath.
clearly there's still some bugs to work out. Ah, feared. Ah! This could be a bit of a fight without the whole...
Wings. Don't let them surround you.
Come on! Ah! I could be in a lot of trouble here, actually. I'll have...
Dead to rise.
Won't have much to rally off of. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here. It's alright. So you can retry from a checkpoint, and while they're fighting, we'll charge back in then. Theoretically. What?! It's all the way back here!
Watch out for the plague bringer's poisonous
What
breath.
this game really needs is a first-person view. It can be so goddamn hard to navigate around because it's just hard to see.
There are drops falling from its wings.
You know, but a first-person view would be everything right now. Hey, Tegwin! About goddamn time. Guys,
Watch out!
Lion Guards.
Stay away from it.
Not sure if you're aware. Big dragon fight. That thing?
Organic chicken's got the brain power of a dead fish. Bring it down.
Stay out of its reach. It's calling for the dead to rise.
Get the turrets down.
Watch out for the plague bringer's poisonous breath. There are drops falling from its wings. Don't let them surround you.
Alright. Releasing the bear! Ow!
Watch out! Drop the poison. Stay away from it.
Oh god! Ho ho! Alright, we're going to make a... Let's heal up a little bit. Purging flames! Eat it, dragon.
Watch out for the plague bringer's poisonous breath.
Ain't no one doing shit. Ew! He's just about dead. Actually, wasn't this bad.
There are drops falling from its wings. Don't let them surround you.
Thanks. Wow! Yay, us!
We did it. We recaptured Claw Island, and in so doing, saved Lion's Arch as well. I do not know what lies ahead of us, my friend, but for the first time, I have hope. Hope that this alliance can save Tyria from the dragons. Hope for the future. Hope for all.
Hope for Toegoff. Because, let's be frank, Toegoff's kind of hopeless. Check in with our three.
We defeated the plague bringer.
Yeah, but what now? Are we really going to make an alliance?
Guys? They're stealthy. Hey, there we go. Oh? Hey, well, what? Ah!
Hello.
Together we will do more. Okay. A brave beginning. The Priory's engineer did a fine job with the trebuchets, don't you think? Without you, none of this would have been possible. Syrian. Oh, yeah, Syrian. This will be a difficult road, but we can do it. Together. Yay! Cheer me! Cheer me!
Crusaders bravely fought.
Victory for now.
Some must fight, so that all may be.
We can destroy Zaitan. Zaitan being the big bad leader, duder, thinger, guy, person. You gotta figure out how to get up there. Nope, nope, nope. And
What's on your mind?
we should get an awesome reward for this, I hope.
This is a momentous day. The tide of history has changed, Traherne.
Indeed. Many people doubted. Even the Orders weren't truly certain it could be done. Never before has Tyria been so united. Let Orr hear the echo of this battle. We can defeat the dragons. We will.
Zaitan waits at the center of Orr, surrounded by a nation of undead. The battle to destroy the dragon will not be easy, but it can be won.
There is a ruined fortress at the edge of Orr, south of the Shattercleft Hills. From that high cliff, you can see the spires of Orr rising beyond the Straits of Devastation. We will take this fort and make it our own. The Pact will rebuild it. We will place our banners, and from there we will strike at the dragon's heart. I will make plans with the leaders of the Orders and gather troops at that location. You deserve some well-earned rest, my friend.
How about a beer?
Join me when you are ready, and together we will find a way to slay Zaitan.
A beer would be awesome. No? The new pact. How will it function? Okay, all reporting to me. Do any of the leaders? Yeah. No, your place is at my side as second in command of the pact. Oh, I'm honored. I know a ruined fort off the coast of Orr. Yeah, we know that. We are 3 groups coming together as one. How about Fort Trinity? I don't like Fort Trinity. That sounds really lame. That's perfect! God damn it. So, we'll get a reward, which is going to be a new chest piece, which is awesome! Ho ho. 35 vitality, 50 healing. Yeah. And what does this do? Letter of commendation. Oh!
A fitting end to that.
And is that I also dinged? Woohoo! Let's see how this armor looks. I like the old armors look better. Cool. We've got some more guild influence then. 5,700. And what's kind of neat, I'll briefly finish this off, is that you do guild upgrades then. So you can kind of figure out what you want to do as an upgrade. Right now I'm working on what we finished up architecture level 1. Architecture level 3 is almost done. We're going to need architecture level 4, I believe, for this guild treasure trove, which is that's going to be expensive, but it allows us for a big guild bank. The thing after, though, that architecture level 3 is going to be this guild armor contract. So this allows guild members to purchase armor items that display the guild emblem. Vendors are available in major cities. So, and we have, I'll show you our emblem real quick once I... that's our guild emblem there. So it looks kind of cool. Anyway, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. Tune in to the next. Thanks for watching, everybody.